Hello and welcome back to day number 134 of my road to 200 kilogram total. Now for today, it is again the snatch complex day plus, well, not really snatch complex, but snatch plus overhead squat, front squat, and pressing day. Going into today feeling a little bit fatigued from yesterday, and that's because there was only a 1 day break between day 4 of last week and day 1 of this week, so that obviously had some effect on today. I didn't want to move this to tomorrow because I want to be able to follow the schedule as it is, just in the loading phase, and I don't want to mess with that until probably around next week. Well, no, actually by this week I'm already going to be pretty much in sync with with my program right now. Yeah, there's something liberating about knowing that I'm not much on my own, but I'm writing my own program. But at least I'm now going into this with an objective and not just, well, I had an objective before, but I'm going into this with a lot more insight on how a proper weightlifting programming would look, especially one that would be suited to me, and that is just to improve a lot more. Just basically do more snatches and clean and jerks. Do not have that much variation. If there is a variation, it's very minimal and it's mostly just in the complex. But yeah, I don't have hangs, I don't have blocks. Well, I don't have blocks to begin with, but honestly it'd be nice to have some because I could really use more work on my third pull with my second and third pull, especially with the snatch and clean and jerk without fatiguing my lower back too much, and blocks are a very good way of just of increasing rate of force production, because when you do a hang, it aside from having more basically strengthening of positions with the hangs, because you're lowering it down to that position so that it has contraction and it requires some isometric contraction of your lower back. Blocks would just help with absolute rate of force production. I'm gonna have to go back and find out where I read that, but that's it makes sense because you're at the dead stop position, an absolute dead stop. You don't have any momentum or swing from the hang. You shouldn't have a swing. You should ideally pause when doing hangs, but yeah, you don't have the momentum that hangs would offer, or that pre-stretch of the muscle that would help in contraction. No, you just boom, go straight into that pull with block work. Right, this is the first working set. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, these are heavy, but honestly they felt hard, and not only did they feel hard, it was also, what do you call this, I'm trying to find the right word for it. Sorry, English isn't my first language, but okay, it wasn't hard. Alright, it was hard, and at the same time it didn't feel right. I think it's because I'm not able to aggressively stomp my feet like before. See, I'm just bending it and landing down instead of actively trying to press against the floor during warm-up sets that you guys saw earlier. There we go, that's a good example of what I mean. Or just landing on the side rather than being stomped. Okay, that one's a bit better. But honestly, when I did them, these snatches, the feet landing were very quiet. It did not feel it wasn't as loud as I'm hearing it right now. Okay, it's the last one. Grab right, grab left, then pull. Good. That was the best rep. Very good rep. But something that I did notice is that my pull under is a lot better now, keeping that chest nice and upright, not too arched, so that I can get into the good position. into a good position. Right, and then for the front squat, same weight as yesterday, just reducing the volume, because that's what I noticed with how Fit's programmed my back and front squats. Back squats, the back squat and front squat would be about the same weight, except that the front squat definitely would have a lot less volume. I think this is mainly just to reinforce the strength, the positional strength, and keeping that up, the nice rigid upper back, and keeping that front rack position. Right, first working set at 105, so yeah, same weight as yesterday. Boom, good. Looking at it here, the speed is good, but when you're doing it, it's just when I was doing it, it felt really slow. So I was trying to make it faster during the next 2 sets. So yeah, this was 3 sets of 4s compared to yesterday's 4 sets of 6. Now these are really heavy. Well, no, actually no, they're not that heavy. But following yesterday's intense session, even though today's relatively light, it still definitely took somewhat of a toll. And then this is the last one. Damn, look at my back is just really, my erector spinae actually has just gotten so much more jacked. I actually can't believe it now that I'm looking at it. And speaking of erector spinae and some back work, ending it with some shoulder press. Last week it was 55, but it was not possible to complete for 6 sets, so I just decided to go with 50. So 5 shoulder presses plus 8 pendlay rows for 5 sets at 50 kilos. I'll be going up in weight for these anyway. But anyways, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye.